Welcome to the Mindset Experiment, where we don't just talk about growth, we test it in real life. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Jacob. Every week, we're challenging our habits, our thinking, and the stories we've been telling ourselves, and documenting what actually changes.
This isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest.
Let's get into this week's experiment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Mindset Experiment. Today's discussion is about
Delayed gratification.
delayed gratification.
So my first thought on this one was that delayed gratification are really just discipline and consistency. The best things that we want usually come from doing the things that we don't feel like doing, which a lot of times comes down to being disciplined to do it anyway on a consistent basis. So, yeah, I mean,
It was a hidden superpower. But yeah, it's discipline and consistency. It's at the end of the day, doing the stuff you don't want to do, doing the stuff you don't want to do, even though you do want to do it for your future self, right? So it's remembering your future self making today's decisions while making today's decisions. Um, for example, you want to go and buy a bunch of stuff because you're like spending money. That's a bad choice if you're trying to save to buy a house one day or just be more financially responsible. Your future self would not really appreciate that. It would look back and be like, what did you do that for? You
hmm
have all this stuff that you lost value in and your goal's not met.
yep.
I'm just kind of thinking of it like we can always help our future selves, but nobody can help us right now or the past us, right? At this right now, this present, like today's me, I can't do nothing. I'm
For
today's
today's me.
for today's me. Yeah, it's just you got what you got
Right.
because
But I can do something
yesterday's
for
you,
tomorrow's me.
but tomorrow's me. Yep, I can do the right choices for that guy.
Right. Yeah. I
So
wrote that down too. Like asking if your future self would be proud of the decision that you're going to make. So yeah, a lot of the delayed gratification things look like skipping impulse purchases, saving money, going to the gym, waking up earlier, studying or practicing. Because like none of those things have like an immediate reward or like, something immediate. But all of the things pay off later. So like skipping impulse purchases equals less stress to paying bills, and saving money equals more money to spend on a vacation or to spend on like a big ticket item that you've wanted for a long time. And going to the gym helps to tone your muscles and it makes you feel more confident about your body. Waking up earlier gives you more time. Plus, you could see like the pretty sunrise, is what I wrote down. Studying, well, if you study more, then knowledge is power. So the more knowledge you have about something, the more power that you can hold and have more of an impact. And then like practicing, well, practice makes perfect. So if you really want to accomplish something, well, you have to practice it. So whatever you're practicing, eventually you'll accomplish and you'll get better.
it's
So,
like everything we talked about. Everything is a step towards that next direction.
right?
It's a series of these positive steps. You want to be moving forward, foot in front of the foot, one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Those compound to eventually, when you get to the destination you had in mind, you move forward as opposed to moving backwards. You every day is a, it's going to be a positive day, and you compound those positive days. Well, then you get to your goal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a positive day in the sense of, well, I don't do nothing but just be, and I'm not trying to improve myself, and then you stay. You're not helping your future self.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. I got at the end of the day, all this boils down to helping the future you.
Yeah, how much do you want that future
How
you?
much and what kind of future do you want, right? Do you want the healthy, knowledgeable, what was the other thing you mentioned?
Money?
Resourceful, yeah, with money. You have more money than you did today. Future, well, then what steps are you taking to get to that, right? You can't
Mm-hmm.
just, well, I'm going to do what I've been doing. That's not going to work because current you is obviously either A, if current you is what you want, then good job. You did what you were supposed to do, right? If current
I
you
see.
is not where you want to be in life or necessarily how you want to see yourself, then you didn't do what you needed to do in past you. So
Mm-hmm.
do what you need to do now. So future you can reap those rewards,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everything about this topic that I read about was kind of making it see it as a tree or a plant, right? You plant a seed, and well, it's not gonna give you fruit tomorrow.
I
It's
see.
it's gonna grow some roots, and it's gonna go through a couple of seasons, and then if you did the things you were supposed to and fed it and provided and cared for it,
Yes.
then you will get a fruit
Yeah.
at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Same concept here, right? We're not only teaching the tools, but we're taking those tools and implementing them in our daily lives. Right now, we're building the roots. This is all the foundation, the roots.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a couple of seasons and check in, and we'll have fruit to offer you
Mm-hmm.
when you come over. Leave in the
Yeah,
comments what kind of fruit you like, so we can have it ready.
definitely. Yeah, like I would agree with that. Like the things that we're doing now, like to build the podcast. Like we don't have a lot of followers. I don't even think we have any followers other than like our personal accounts.
Or our friends. I
Right.
think
At
my
least
friend,
on Spotify, like for the podcast and like YouTube and stuff. Yeah, maybe.
you have a couple of friends that follow us, and I
Oh
have a
yeah.
couple of friends that
Nice.
I don't know if on the I haven't, but yeah, yes,
So like
yeah, friends. Why
it's
are you not following us, friends?
so if you're not following us, yeah, that'd be great. Follow us. But like what I'm trying to say is that we're still continuously coming in here and shooting like we're still recording. We're still making coming up with content ideas that we can, execute in the future. We're still coming up with Instagram posts that we can post even though we've been doing this for I mean, we're going on like 11 or 12 weeks, 13 weeks almost of doing this. And like, we haven't really gained any traction, but we're still doing it because we know that if we continue to do it in the way that we're doing it and we stay disciplined with it and we stay consistent with it, then it will pay off. Like, it will bring us something, whether it be lots of followers and going viral and being able to help these people, or if it's just
We improved our
us.
lives.
Right,
At the end of the day,
exactly.
that's what it was about.
Right. So, um, question, I guess for you and I, not necessarily. I mean, I guess if you're a listener, you definitely could ask yourself this question. But what have you sacrificed that has been worth it?
What have I sacrificed that has been worth it?
Yeah, so like we're talking about delayed gratification, right? So doing something that you don't necessarily want to do to bring you your future self proudness, right? So like what is something that you have sacrificed, so something that you've given up that has been worth it for your future self today?
The main one that comes to mind right now, or a big one in my opinion, is I haven't smoked a cigarette in almost a year
That's what
now.
I was gonna say for you too, yeah.
Like
Has it really almost been a year?
I was in 9 months. What is it? October, November, December, January, February. July will be 10 months.
Nice. Heck yeah.
It's 9 months because I count all of October,
When
but
was
it was
it?
like at the end of October-ish, like before Halloween, which is the end of October.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And I haven't even slipped up. I haven't even had one cigarette.
No
I've
cigar.
no cigar, no black and mild, no
Yeah.
tobacco product of what what kind? No. of any kind.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, which is definitely not.
Which is a big deal for those of you that do know me. Know you couldn't really catch me without smoke some kind of cigarette in my hand.
Yep.
I, if I didn't have one, we'll wait 15 minutes. I'll probably have one. Was at a pack a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a normal day. If we did anything extra that day or went out or anything,
Mhm. It was pack and a half, two
pack and a
packs.
half. To the point where my wife started smoking cigarettes because I smoked so much cigarettes, and that was unfair to you. Apologize.
But I
Um,
also quit.
but
So,
yeah, she also quit. So
yay.
you've gone a lot longer.
Not a lot longer.
But not to say yours quitting is trumped by my quitting. But I've been smoking a pack a day for 20 plus years.
Mhm.
That's crazy to think about. Remember we were talking like I could have if I would have bought something to put away that money. What did we do the math? We would have had enough to
It was like $75,000 or something like
put
that.
a fat old down payment on a house.
Yep. Buy off the truck.
About the trip, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's definitely something that has been worth it though to
But I did
sacrifice.
that for my future self because it was starting to get harder to breathe. I'm not crying. Sorry, I was yawning. It was getting harder to breathe, and um, if I that was just at the end of the day, it was not sustainable. Something was going to give, and I was just hurting my lungs worse and worse. So yeah, that's something I've sacrificed for the betterment of my future in with that intention, right? I've quitting isn't going to help me right now, right? But I could breathe today, right? I don't feel so much better without smoking, and I've saved $10 a day. Now who knows? It's higher probably. Everything
Shoot.
else went up. I'm surprised cigarettes.
I'm sure they did. Probably
The
13 a pack now instead of that
whatever,
11, 12
yeah,
bucks.
11, 12 bucks almost. I didn't buy cheap cigarettes.
That's
I was a fool. I bought the name brand shit.
funny.
The harshest one. Literally ones that were referred to as cowboy killers. Like, and God knows I'm not no cowboy. I like wearing shorts.
That's funny. So, yeah, I would say something that I have sacrificed that I feel like has been worth it more recently has been like secular music. I stopped listening to secular music. Like, I really don't go into like the only time that I listen to secular music is if I'm at work and somebody else is on the playlist, like on the aux. So, and I feel like that's definitely made me more like just like at peace in my mind, not like running in places that it doesn't need to run. You know what I mean? So I feel like that has definitely been worth it in terms of like my thinking about myself and like being happy, I guess, instead of trying to compare myself or whatever for what the music was talking about. So, what temptation do you struggle with most with delayed gratification? I can answer that one real easy. For me, that one is eating healthy because I can think about it all day long in terms of, oh, I want to be skinnier and I want to be toned more, but I definitely don't make the decision to make a plan, right, for meals like at work or plan it out better and give myself a better timeline, I guess, and schedule to make sure that food is prepared that's not fast food or that's not crappy and full of nasty yuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So and then like also being lazy and not like clearing out my section of the garage where I can like do my workout. Like that's been my excuse for not moving my body. Like, oh well there's a bunch of stuff in there that I just don't know what to do with. And it's like, well, if you went in there and like organized it a little bit, then you probably could free up your space again and do it that way. So that's definitely been like food is my temptation, and then I guess the temptation of just delaying doing it or like being lazy, I guess. is a temptation of like not moving, like having physical activity in terms of like lifting weights? What temptation do you struggle with most?
Not being disciplined
Just all around.
all around. Cause like same thing, like I want to eat healthy too, but I'm lazy. I don't cook the right meals that you need to cook, and F it, I'm gonna go to. I got a coupon to King Burger, and I'm gonna go there instead of
Yeah,
just making the meal that's in the fridge. That the foods are probably gonna expire if you don't hurry up and do it.
yeah,
So I think just being disciplined, right? I need to get better at that.
yeah. Like making
Because
either making the decision right in the moment or pre-making the routine or the schedule so that
we talked about it earlier in an earlier episode of where um, something came up of like you need to start doing the decisions and the choices for that future you're looking for, or you need to just kind of like stop putting yourself in that mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna be skinny, I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna do, because you're not.
I see.
You're at that
Either
point. You're
accept the fact that you're gonna be the way that you are because you want to eat that food and not work out, or change that and
and work
make a
towards
better
the and
choice.
yeah, because that's ultimately what it boils down to. You want to be skinnier and look a certain way. Well,
Am I willing to put in the
are
work
you
to do
willing
that
to do that? Are you
when it
gonna
gets hard?
yeah? Are you gonna go and be disciplined to make those choices for your future self,
Yeah,
or do you need to have that conversation with yourself and be like, okay, who am I kidding? Like you're not like, yeah, you want those things because I want a lot of things. Everybody wants, but what are you doing to get that want?
right.
Are you gonna really do that, or you're not? Because if you're not, then you need to like lower your expectations and be like,
Mhm.
and stop putting yourself through that mental stress because
Mhm.
it'll wear on you, right? You're like, dang, I didn't eat right today. I didn't eat right today again. I didn't eat right today again. Well, dang, now that's like 4 days I didn't eat right today again. That's on you. You chose that. That's okay if that's what you like to do. You want to be a little fatty McFattersons and do that. That's cool. No, but within reason, right? Don't gorge yourself and fucking you got all these health problems.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, if you like, I would like to be skinnier, but I'm not ever saying I want a freaking six pack, and you know what I mean. But like, if I did want a six pack, well, I'm clearly not doing what needs to be done to get there. So like, okay, buddy, it's cool.
Yeah, lower
Stop
your
putting
standards. Set
yourself that
yeah.
in that mindset that you want that because you don't. You're not doing the
Yeah, like
stuff.
be honest with yourself for a minute.
Be honest with yourself. So, and then that's a hard reality that's going to be a whole nother topic. It's like be honest with yourself. Do you really want those things, or are you just saying it because it sounds nice? But then now you're doing all kinds of hurt to yourself because you're wanting this end result, but you're not doing the steps to get there. You're not following the path,
Yeah, so I mean
so
then that
you'll never get to there.
yeah, then that makes you feel like a failure. That's going to change your self-talk. That's going to start letting, negative thoughts come into your mind in terms of like, oh, I can't do it. I'm not enough. I'm to this or to that. So yeah. I mean, yeah. The life that you want hides behind the things that you don't feel like doing. 110%.
Stick to the plan, not your mood, because the future you will be happy.
Yeah. I definitely have like experienced that like when I do make good decisions, I feel better about myself. Not only in my mind cuz like, oh yeah, I made that good decision and I chose to not stop at Taco Bell at 2 a.m. and I just went home and like went to bed or like drank a glass of water or something instead of
You went to Taco Bell and then you woke up feeling like taco hell.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's a hard one for me, for sure, because the discipline and consistency is where the delayed gratification starts. And, you know, oftentimes I don't give myself enough credit, but at the same time, like, I'm not perfect. And I'm not necessarily striving to be perfect, but I'd like to be mo better than what I am right now.
And you are on your way, ma'am. Every day, one day. Used to be a thing, one day at a time. Used to be a thing like that. No.
I don't know. Might have been before me.
You ever heard of Butterbean, the boxer?
Yes,
Well,
he was in Jackass.
they call me Refry Bean.
Ay, ay. This is going to conclude our podcast.